Good afternoon. On another sad day of news from the Holy Land of Israel. Over the last 3 weeks, there have been over 5 terrorist attacks that have targeted innocent civilian Israelis from Hadera to Tel Aviv to Be'er Sheva to Jerusalem, killing and murdering innocent mothers and fathers, daughters and sons, uncles and aunts, grandmothers and grandfathers, all by bloodthirsty terrorists who only want to do one thing. They want to foil the happiness, the unity, the holiday, and of course, as Israel keeps on advancing with peace, with more of its neighbors in the Middle East, those who hate peace, those who hate love, and those who hate harmony, and those who hate the Jewish people are waking up to try to stop it. We just got word of a terrible terrorist attack in a restaurant on Dizengoff in Tel Aviv, where at least two people were killed, 8 people were injured, and still a terrorist on the run, possibly with hostages. You saw the video I might have posted of people sitting innocently in a restaurant or a bar enjoying their evening, and the sheer terror that takes its toll. In the murder of innocent people, in the injuring of innocent people, and in the psyche of hundreds of thousands and millions of others who have to walk their streets in fear because of the sheer terror. We're about ready to get to Passover. We're 1 week away from Passover. And as we sit down on the Seder and we celebrate the freedom of what it means to be a Jew and live in a free land, and the gift that God gave the Jewish people when He freed them from Egypt, and He embedded within us the yearning for freedom, for love, for goodness. Yet we sit down at the Seder and we say one of the most poignant pieces of the Seder when we lift the glass and we say, V'hi sha'amda l'aveiseinu v'lanu, that they have stood up to us, to our parents, to our grandparents, and to us. Shelo echad bilvad, not one alone. Amad aleinu l'chaleseinu, stood up to annihilate us. Yet not just one, but in every generation, there are those that hate us. And no matter what we try to do and who we try to be, and how much we stretch out our hand in love and peace, they still want to kill us. They still want to annihilate us. But God looks out for the Jewish people. I want to just give you 2 thoughts on this most poignant prayer that we say in the Haggadah. The word we start with is V'hi. This is what stood up to us. What is the this? So I want to tell you 2 important keys that as we have a strong military and hopefully a government and an army that will seek out these murderous terrorists and wipe them away from Israel, what do we do, those that are far away, those that are not able to be there and stand up and fight for our people? How do we get involved? So I'll give you 2 thoughts on this Torah thought that will hopefully give us some comfort and something that we could do. The rabbis say, V'hi sha'amda, the word V'hi has 4 letters. Vav is 6, Hey is 5, Yud is 10, and Aleph is 1. And the rabbis say, what's this that stood up for us? And the rabbis say the Vav goes on the 6 volumes of the Mishnah. The Hey goes on the 5 books of Moses. The Yud goes on the 10 commandments. And the Aleph goes on our faith in one God. At the end of the day, we, living in the diaspora, could support Israel through our politicians. We could support Israel through our donating, through some of our children going to the army. But us sitting here, we have to remember that by us being strong in our faith and proud and practicing and living as Jews, that's what has stood the Jewish people throughout the generations. And the other thing which is so moving, it says, Shelo echad bilvad, not one alone stood up to annihilate us. Say some commentaries, the word Shelo echad means Shelo echad bilvad, only when we're not one, when the Jewish people are not united, when we're not together, then they stand up to annihilate us. We have to be strong. We have to be unequivocal, uncompromising in our support of a free, democratic Israel that loves and cares, but stands strong and protects itself and has the weapons and the tools that it needs to protect itself, and shouldn't have to be meek in any sort of way. Just today we saw that the chief of staff of the American army said that he unequivocally thinks that it's a terrible idea that in the Iran negotiations they should take the Revolutionary Guard off the terror list. Imagine that America wants to go into a deal with Iran so badly that they're ready to take the Revolutionary Guard that sows chaos and hate and sends terror all over Israel through Hamas, through Syria. And they want to take them off the terror list just because they want to be able to say we went back into the Iran deal. We have to stand strong as Jews, no matter if you're Democrat, no matter if you're Republican. Shelo echad bilvad, only when we're united, and only when we say unequivocally we support Israel, and we will not stand for a government that allows and agrees to delist an organization like that or to make a bad deal. We will speak up. Only when we speak up in unity, and we know that God, the single one who protects us, we continue our strong faith in Him, will God protect us again and bring comfort to those families and make sure that there's no more terror. God bless you. We should be strong, keep our heads high, have a strong faith, and speak up loud for our brothers and sisters in Israel. God bless you.